Welcome back. I'm going to show you some of the progress that I've been making recently. Still slow going, but I did something with this stable here, so at some point you'll have a clue that tells you that the stable hand dropped his key. Pretend I don't have that. In one of the stables he freshly cleaned. Now you can see that these are dirty, this one's clean, so you'd want to come in here and investigate. But the thing is, that wouldn't do anything until you grab yeah, that's supposed to be there. But this pitchfork. So you grab the pitchfork out of here, and then you come over here, and then when you step on here, boom, pops up with the stable hand's key, which would then unlock maybe his house or something else that allows you to, progress in the quest. So the way this works is a couple things. Firstly, this has to be empty. If I put this here, and then the problem here is this could probably be done differently if I did like a pufferfish trigger thing or something. So I might have to change that at some point because this redstone goes on too long. But oh, lag. The basic idea, I guess I can show you this thing here. If you put an item frame on one side of the block and have a comparator coming out the other side, it'll detect whether something is in there. So as soon as I put something in here, that's on, and if I take this out, it's off. So that pitchfork holder inside has a comparator. It outputs a weak signal, so the repeater will strengthen it, pushing it into this block, and then this goes down through here. This has an inverter. This redstone torch, inverts the signal, so since that's on, this is off. So then the rest of this is off. I'm not going to destroy that to show you, but let's see. We go in here, and what happens is that comes into here. That's why I didn't want to destroy it. That's an AND gate. If you don't know an AND gate, I guess I could show you that real quick. An AND gate, we'll use blocks, we'll use redstone torch and redstone. And I apologize if I've already gone over this before. But an AND gate is basically that. So you've got an input going into one block and another block and an output coming out of there. So when one of these is on, it'll turn this off, but both of these have to be on for both these torches to be off, allowing this redstone to be off, allowing this torch to be on, allowing the output to be on. So basically 2 inputs, 1 output, both of these have to be on for that to be on. So that's what's going on here. You've got that one is obviously on because we have the item in there. If I was to take this item out, then all of a sudden you can see that torch is off. So now if this condition is met, then this torch would turn on because the AND would be this and this are both true. Right now it's true and false. But then this would be true. It would power through here and power this dispenser, which obviously just chucks a key up there to the player. So now that that part's good, we've got the pitchfork out of its holder, so it's like we've got it. Now, redstone blocks, if you don't know, when you walk on them, they emit particles. And they do it for like a minute or so, which is why it's not great, because... Oh, it stopped. I wonder if it has anything to do with air being on the side, if that helps. Or if it's just completely random. Anyway, whenever you step on that, it's changing from unpowered to powered is what makes the observer detect it, and it puts out a signal into here, which makes the AND true, the output of the AND true, and then boom, it spits something. And also the redstone repeaters or block isn't great because you can see that it drops 2 keys, but I don't think that's really game breaking. Really the bigger problem is that if someone were to come in here, step on this before taking this pitchfork, then they grab the pitchfork and go back in here, they would be trying to step on this again, but they have to wait for that to stop and actually as soon as that stops, it would spit out the pitch or the key. But still, it's a little wonky, but that's what it is right now. The other thing I was working on was this up here. So I've gone over this a couple times before, the slider puzzles that you had back in the day. So you've got a puzzle, and I don't know, I'm obsessed with trying to bring this to Minecraft. It's just a fun challenge, I guess. But I'm probably about to give up. So the slider puzzle, you slide things across. So like if I was to power which way is it? Oh, so if I was to power that, it would move there. I would have to power this one to push that, stuff like that. So these just slide around, but the holes are what allow it to push over. You know, obviously I've got these furnaces here because if the piston pushes into a furnace, like we'll push this one, and then if that piston, if I power that, it won't go because it can't push a furnace. That's one of the immovable blocks. So that's sort of the idea of sliding this around. I created 2 buttons here. Let's see. That one pushes that and that at the same time, and then this one pushes that and that at the same time, roughly the same time. So if you were to push this button, it would do one and then the other, which allows it to do a full cycle. So the gaps, you can see it's up there and down there, and if it does a full cycle, the gaps will be in the same spot. So everything just rotated around one block. So that's the basic idea behind what's going on here. These are bookshelves, and I don't think this is that great of a puzzle, but just to throw it in there just so you can see how it works. And I spent some time on it, but I'm not that happy with it. What's this over here? Oh yeah, here I did some testing to see what you can do. So I was trying to find a block that can be moved, but also can have a comparator change the state of the output. So in this case, there's just a tiny little bit of, you know, whatever compost in here. And so it's detecting that, yes, it's got something in it. It's powering this block, which turns this redstone torch off. And then if I were to flick this, the piston moves it, and now it's no longer detecting the comparator, and so now the redstone torch can be on. I tried that with several other things. For instance, a barrel cannot be moved. So you have to use something like this. And I'll get to why that's important in a minute, probably. But here's the bookshelves. Kind of have this glass here because what's behind there is what's important. You can see I've got a compost. Is that what they're called, a composter? I guess I can select one. Yeah, composter. So, composter. I had to redo the design of this bookcase thing because I needed to incorporate that block. Once I figured out which block would work, that now became the frame. So once that block is there, then it powers whatever the goal is. So you can see I've got redstone here. This is basically a complicated version of that allows you to turn this wall clockwise and counterclockwise, just the outer rim of it, and the same with that wall there. So I've got buttons here, clockwise. So if I push that, you can see that everything moves. You might miss this bottom row and top row because it's kind of fast. But now I've pushed it so that the composter is in line with this, which if I switch around to the other side, you can see. Boom, it's right there. So since that's there, I have a comparator reading it because it has just a little bit of you know, wheat or something in it, and so the output is on. So there's the torch or the lamp. So yeah, that's the basic thing. It's a real easy puzzle. So I could have it to where the composter gets moved around. You could shuffle it real bad and have it over here somewhere. But essentially the way I have it right now, this wall doesn't matter. So this is more of a proof of concept than an actual fun thing to do. But yeah, that's the basic idea. You get that in the right spot and then it opens up whatever it needs to. Yeah, hopefully that makes sense. This over here I was also testing to see Yeah, because basically I built the slider thing and then I built the walls for it, but I couldn't figure out what block needed to be there for it to actually do something. And so I experimented with different things, tried different blocks, just put them in there, and then I came over here and tried to work on this, tried to see what could actually have redstone go through it. If I have a repeater here. These both have redstone go through it, but there's nothing you can change. So this has slots, but you can't actually put something in there. If you put something in there, I also have a maps. Where's my inventory? Maps, because I tried it with the cartography table as well. But if you put something in there, it won't stay. It just pops out whenever you exit the inventory. So those don't work. It has to be something like this, where the whatever you put in there actually stays in there. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. That's what I got so far. You might have noticed I have a Steve skin currently. That's because I just moved in my new place. You might have seen that little video about that. So I've got this great studio. You can see all these cool things around me, Legos and stuff. But I don't have the internet for a couple of weeks. So I'm recording this while I don't have the internet. So that's why I look like a generic boy instead of something cool. But anyway, that's all I have for this video. Hopefully I'll get to working on this again soon and get some more built up and be able to show you some new cool stuff. Thanks for watching.